Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I've got a really great chat about purging and decluttering, and this is especially for you if you're like me who finds it really hard to let go of things. I hate purging things. I attach an emotional and sentimental value to everything, especially my clothing. It's like that piece of clothing is a souvenir from a point in my life, and if I keep on to that piece of clothing, I keep on to that memory in my life. It's not like that. Things are not like that. And that pair of jeans that I absolutely cannot fit into anymore because they were from my first year of university is not going to erase the memory if I get rid of it. But I've been on a bit of a journey recently to try and pare down my items, and it's been liberating. I did this because I felt like super disorganized. I felt like I would open a closet and I couldn't put anything away because it was just like full of stuff that I wasn't really even using. And also we are going to be moving into a new home. Because we are moving into a new home, I thought it would be a really great time to start paring down these things, because why would I move all of this stuff into a new home? One, I couldn't keep myself organized because there was no room for anything anymore. And two, we're moving and I don't want to move these things that I'm not using into a fresh start. So those are the two reasons why I decided that I need to get comfortable with purging. I need to start getting a hold of my items. We're gonna tackle 6 categories that I think anyone can purge from. Items of these 6 categories are over collected. They're great to break the ice and start getting comfortable with just the idea of letting go of your items. So let's get into those 6 categories. So the first category is bags. Now this encompasses all kinds of bags. I'm sure you have bags in bags stored away. You are going to go to your plastic bags, you're going to go to your reusable bags, or you're going to look at your gym bags, tote bags, like laptop carrying bags, your purses. There are so many different bags that all kind of work in this category that you can absolutely find one to part with. So just find one that you don't. Bonus points if it is a purse or tote or one of those, because those are a little bit heftier, those kind of take up a little bit more space, and that's going to be a little bit more of a challenge for you. And that is going to be what we're going to use to put all these next items in. The next category here is what I call the winter woolies. So if you're like me, I live in Canada where it's pretty cold, and I just like have so many toques or like beanies or hats or whatever you call them. I have so many mittens and gloves and scarves. So these are items, especially if you live in a cold climate, that are really, really great to give to those in need. So I think this is a great category to tackle because we often have multiples of these, and you generally use, again, the same pair of gloves on a regular basis or the same toque. So go to your winter woolly stash, go through that Tupperware bin or go through that drawer where you stash these items, your scarves, your mitts, your hats, and take one item from there and add that to your purge bag. All right, so the next category is drinkware. So this includes mugs, it includes wine glasses, general drinking glasses, so drinkware. So go to your cupboards where you store all your different drinkware and just pull out 1 or 2 of these glasses or mugs and put them in your purge bag. And the 4th category, this works if you have a pet. If you don't have a pet, maybe do children. We are going to focus on pets because that's the category that I think think is going to be really easy to part with. So if you have children and you have pets, we're gonna do pets. So look at all the toys that you have for your pets. I'm sure you've got a lot of different balls. I'm sure you've got a lot of different squeaky toys or fluffs or different mice, depending on what your pet has. And you're gonna part ways with just one, or maybe one is just completely disgusting and they've ripped it completely apart and you've kept onto it for who knows why. That's the one you're gonna get rid of. And that's probably a trash item. My cats, I have so many toys for them, but my female cat, Millie, she loves earplugs, and I only let her play with these earplugs when I'm watching her because they are a small item. And my male cat, Vince, loves bottle caps. So we have all these toys for them, all these adorable toys with bells and things on them, and they love bottle caps and earplugs. They go nuts for these, like nuts for these two items. They do not go nuts for any other toy that they have. Actually, maybe their laser pointer, but we have all these different things that they never use. So if they're not salvageable to donate, then just trash this item. Okay, the fifth category here, I think should be the easiest of them all, is writing utensils. There is definitely one or two or likely a handful of writing utensils that everybody in their home can purge. So look at your junk drawer, look at your desk, look at your old pencil cases, look at all of the places that you have pens and pencils, pull them all out, go through, start scribbling. The ones that do not work, trash them, get rid of them. You do not need them. You're not going to replace the ink in them, just get rid of them. Final category here that again should all fall within the theme that we've over collected in. We have a lot of items in this category. It should be easy to part with one or two items in this category. And the last category is readables. So that includes books, magazines, novels, textbooks that you might have been holding on to from university or high school or whatever program or certificate that you've recently done. Think about it. Are you actually going to be using this and referencing this textbook again, or are you just going to use Google like most people? Take a look at your bookshelf. Take a look at where you have books stored around. Think about it. Is there one book that you can part way with, or one magazine that you're not going to be reading anymore that's out of date? Get rid of it. Put it in your purge bag. All right, now that concludes our 6 categories that we over collect our items in, and I hope that everybody was able to look at each of those categories and take 1 or 2 items out of them. You can do this challenge in a weekend if you want to do one round of it, look at each category, take an item out, and then do it again the next day. So you have 10 or 12 items that you've purged. That would be great. My recommendation is, if you, again, struggle with purging, or if you don't struggle with purging and you just love to do it, you love to declutter, good for you. Get a big Rubbermaid Tupperware bin, keep it in a spare room, and then do a challenge or 2 every now and then. I love to do different challenges, and so I keep like a Tupperware in a spare bedroom, and after each challenge, whether that it's a month-long challenge or just a weekend one like this one could be, I get great satisfaction in seeing a big pile of things that I've purged, and then every time I have like a bin that's ready to go to the donation center. Or for me, we live on a pretty busy street right now, so I actually just put the bin at the end of the road and put a free sign on it, and it like always gets taken within a couple hours. So we're lucky that way, that it's a busy road. There's 2 bus stops on either side, so there gets quite a bit of traffic, and I think that it increases our chances of things being taken. So I'm really thankful that I can kind of just put it on the end of the curb and know that within a couple hours someone will find value in those items, and that makes me feel really good, because I did have another reason why I struggled with purging items was because I felt really bad about all of a sudden creating like a garbage bag that was gonna go into the garbage. One day on my first time that I was gonna purge items and had a box collected, that I would just put it at the end of the driveway and see if someone would take it. And it was taken so fast, I was shocked. I was like, who wants this stuff? But there's that saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So I think that our items that we no longer need, that we're holding on to, can really make someone else happy or can be useful for someone else's life. So let's take our items, let's recycle them into our communities, and let's feel better because we are paring down our items, we're feeling more organized, there's less item clutter around us. So those are my 6 categories. I hope that they help you break the ice and start to really get in the habit of purging, because the more you do it, the easier it becomes. And again, this is from someone who literally never purged anything. I had like scrapbooking, stacks of scrapbooking paper from high school. I am way past high school now. And I moved out of my parents' house and brought it with me to this home and have never used it in like the 6 years that I've lived here. So it feels so good. Once you get going and once you start purging things, it feels great. So good luck. I hope that you join the purging party. Like, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And I hope to see you in the next video. Have a most fabulous day. Ciao.